in a cowboy town. Well, a farmer town. And it was I'm not sure if we're on or not.
I think
We
we
are.
are.
And I'm not getting the link to join.
Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from Wisdom
In a cowboy.
Seekers dot.
Well,
I guess we were on for a while. From wisdomseekers.net, and we're doing the interactive. We have Linda, Maria, and Bonita, and we're going to try to quit in 1 hour to the if possible, because as we say every week, this is very tiring. From wisdomseekers.net, and that's about it. I do have one sad thing to announce. My webmaster passed away a couple days ago, last Wednesday, I believe, and we're very sorry to see her go. Other than that, I again one question per person, please, if possible. And when you ask your questions, know you're going to get the truth. So make sure you want the truth before you ask that question. Because a lot of people don't like the answers. But I'm sorry, that's what we do. I tried to make it as polite as possible. But Maria's nicer than I am. Linda and I are basically on a par. She's tough lady too.
I still tell the truth. I just say it in
Nice way.
I think you guys are nice too. You're not mean when you say something.
We try not to be, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to tell the truth the way you see it. Okay. And
Okay, if are you girls ready? We have our first question from Yasmin.
Mm-hmm.
It says, what does N think about me right now? Is he talking about me with someone?
I'm sorry. Um, I'm going to ask Maria to do this first because she break the ice gently.
Are you sure? Just kidding. Okay, you said N, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to look at I'm using my laptop because my other phone is dead. Of course, all my phones are dead because that's how I do it. To look at the messages too as we go, and I don't know why, but I can't. It won't let me see them. That's weird. Anyways, let me.
I'm not sure what YouTube's doing. I'm thinking maybe I should pay the money and $30 a month and go to Rumble or something.
Yeah, and then it won't let me. It doesn't really let me share it. It's weird.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
I've been getting more and more people not being able to get on, things like that, which is illogical. And I've asked Chad about it, and Chad doesn't really give me a good answer. So I might just switch to Rumble. I think it costs I think of $30 American a month or something like that. I have to check into it again. I looked at it and thought, yeah, I'm not paying that much money, but it might be a better choice because they have less rules and regulations, I believe.
because I'm seeing like messages, but I think that's messages people have sent on like the actual, like from 5 months ago. It's weird. Okay.
Are you on the right picture then?
Yeah, I'm on the right. Or
Oh.
maybe I'm not on the right. Maybe you're right. This is not the right one.
That makes more sense. That makes sense. Thank God.
That was the one from 5 months ago.
Hmm.
All right, I'm going to read Yasmin's question again so we are
Okay.
on top of it for her.
Okay.
What does N think about me right now? Is he talking about me with someone?
It's all over the place. his mind is scattered. I mean, he is whoever he's talking to, he has no business talking to about because it's creating more conflict. It's a woman. So I don't know if it's like a family member or somebody that is not giving good advice to him about it, about the situation. Yeah, he is talking up. He's trying to sort things out, and whoever he's talking to is not helping. It's not
Yeah,
giving good advice. Yeah. But he has to learn himself, so you can't really do anything about it. So unfortunately, I feel like he does that a lot. He gets advice from people he knows he shouldn't because, from his past experience with them, but he keeps doing it. So he's doing the same thing about your guys' situation and something that he needs to learn. So that's what I'm getting.
I got that too, exactly. That somebody who he's getting advice from somebody who doesn't give good advice, but gives advice to stir the energy, stir the pot. And it's kind of sometimes not nice. It's a bit malicious. Just because that person is unhappy, she wants everybody else to be unhappy, unfortunately. And definitely yes. And I'm going to add something on Yasmin. Maybe it's time to cut him free. Somebody who is that immature is not going to give you a good, comfortable life. You're not going to be happy. There will always be ups and downs, and more downs than ups. And honestly, that's a huge red flag. What did you get, Linda?
Well, my red flag is that I tuned into Ian directly, and he's kind of oscillating, flipping back and forth between was she the one that got away? Should I give up on it? And it doesn't. And I feel like if we were not 7 days away from Mercury retrograde, he wouldn't even be thinking that much. But he's kind of going back and forth. And I have, in my own personal experience, some of these guys, they literally only show up when it's either during or a couple weeks before or after the Mercury retrograde. And I have learned to go, oh, if it weren't for that, he wouldn't give me any care in the world. But he's flip-flopping back and forth with she got away, she was the one that got away, she wasn't what I wanted anyway. Like he doesn't know.
He's too immature, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
All
go
right.
on.
Lily, hi ladies. How are you all? You're all such a strong team.
Yes, we are. We really work well together.
Short stuff. It's
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Hello. I hope you're enjoying your day. Beer Lee. Hello, ladies. Glad to see you. May I have some messages on how I can improve my finances in the long term?
I apologize for this, B. But I suspect you really like this very expensive dessert chocolate, as a specific chocolate, and it calls you and you buy it. Put that money aside, and that's just part of it, of course. How can you make your money come to you? It's all in how you think. And if you think that you don't deserve it, you will subconsciously mess it up. I saw a reel yesterday and I wanted to save it, but it wouldn't let me save it. But it was saying that people who have ADHD, when they get to the place where they're about to become successful, they self-sabotage. And this is something that you do. You're getting to the place where you're ready to make that big leap and you self-sabotage. How you do it, I'm not sure. But that you do it is all you need to know so that you can break that cycle. Linda, what did you get?
I immediately got the message of do what you love and the money will follow. I feel that spirit is guiding you, that you have some kind of talent, some kind of hobby, some type of unique gift that you don't realize is special to you and that you can capitalize and monetize for it. So go inward. I mean, we are coming up on Mercury retrograde, and that is a time where we all reflect on ourselves inward. So ask spirit, ask universe for guidance. And I feel like you have a unique talent that could really bring it in.
She's a pianist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
And I've seen people that make courses and sell the lessons. And I've also personally paid for pieces of music that have healing qualities. And I have even requested of musicians, can you please record music that are like the 432 and the healing hertz for me to listen to, because I haven't listened to the radio for as many years as I've not listened to the news, because I want to hear healing frequencies. And so there you go. I will pay for that.
That one is actually really good advice, as more and more people are realizing that frequencies are very important. What did you get, Maria?
So I did get, first thing I got is Nine of Swords. So the way you think about money, is you need to change that. And also to, it's okay to be careful with money, but don't be too paranoid about it. But then also I see that you do need to, so I don't know if you were deceived in the past, but you have to have a balance between being careful and being too paranoid. That's what I'm getting. Also, too, I'm getting that you need to be a little more. I don't know. I don't know how it's coming. It's not that you're spending too much, but you're spending on things that you really don't need to, thinking that you can make money while you're spending. You don't need to spend more money to make money. Not not at first, and not it's not really an absolute, I guess. So have you thought about working with somebody else to or other people into going into something? Because I think I got for you that last time too. I got teaching, leadership, and app. So do you write your own music? Because I got author, but I didn't get author for books. I got like your writing plans, writing stuff. So I don't know if you're holding back and not writing your own music or you're not writing your own plans for a business. But I'm getting that you are at a point that you can do that. So I think that's you. Yeah. So leadership, teaching, and which I thought you said last time, if I remember right, that you do teach music,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. I feel like you have other aspects that you're supposed to go down that, but you're too scared or you're holding back. You feel like you have a good enough thing and you don't want to mess it up and you're not going to. So you're supposed to be doing that. That's why you're getting pushed to that. So don't worry about it too much.
Maria,
Yes,
you have your hands in front of you when you talk.
I did.
Can't
Sorry.
see.
Talk with my hands.
Yeah, I think we all do, but
You're like, did you? I don't know. Of course, I'm extra. Sorry. That's
All
funny.
right. Yasmin, but what he thinks of me. I think you guys answered that, right?
Linda answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer was he doesn't know what he thinks. He's going back and forth with, was she the one he got away or was she not what he wanted? He can't decide.
Immature.
There you go. All right. So then Vera says, thank you so very much. And then Yasmin says he's an idiot. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
All right.
Definitely is.
Yes, yeah. So Beer says, oh no, I got called out, laugh out loud. I have a sweet tooth and sometimes I treat myself to a bit of an expensive dessert, not chocolate, but dessert, yes.
Well, for me, it's chocolate. But yeah, and you know what? Sometimes it's worth it.
There you
Mhm.
go. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
All right. Jennifer, my daughter Sydney wants to know if you see her healing going well after she was in the van with my husband, two older grandchildren last Tuesday when her side was hit, which deployed airbags. And then she says, my husband and grandkids were not injured.
Yes.
Mhm.
Don't push it. Don't rush it. This is going to take time. I feel like you might want to go to an osteopath over. I prefer osteopaths over chiropractors, but if you get a good chiropractor, because your skeleton is out of alignment. What do
Mhm.
you get, Linda?
I immediately got 3 to 6 weeks, and I am an advocate. Talk to those cells in your body. Not only are your cells, part of your living being, but when our cells are filled with water, that is like that's our chalkboard. That is our consciousness, and what we say programs ourselves. But I did get at least 3, if not 6 weeks. That don't try to get back to normal too fast. Let yourself have some TLC, and you will get better back where you were. But yeah, this is not going to be like taking a couple days, taking it easy. You are going to need some time.
Don't push. I know you're the kind of person that says, "Oh, I can do it anyhow." Don't.
Nope.
What did you get, Linda? Maria?
So I got that it's okay to focus on the physical aspect, but I feel also to try to not rush it because I get you're all up in your head the thinking like, oh, you don't have time for this, you have to get a lot of stuff done, you gotta heal faster than they say or you think you need to heal. So the more you try to push to heal faster, the more time it's going to take for you to heal. So that's what I got right away. So also too, I got mine. So that for me, that is like Linda said, talk to yourselves, but also to um see like see the also, but also I think like like energy healing also with like alternative healing, like also for our cardiac because it is it's out of line, it's but I see more physical, more than just physically out of line. So yeah, it goes with what everybody else said. So yeah, take your time, don't rush. And I feel like if I get like you feel like you're stuck or imprisoned, I get imprisonment, but it's gonna go faster than you think. So
Plus, there's a reason for you not to rush, which
Mhm.
Maria touched on. It is a psychological healing as well. Anyhow, you've heard it from three of us. Don't rush.
Slow down. Okay. B says, interesting, dear Linda. I think I'm doing a lot of things all at once, but right now I'm being pulled towards focusing more towards my musical efforts. We had a lot of debt growing up, and I think it shaped my mindset somewhat.
It did. I work with a lot of different people, and it's usually around 3 years old that people get these things and they hear words and they internalize it. And this happened a lot with my daughter. One of my daughters, we talked about what she thought when she was a child, and I look at her and go, "But that's not what happened. It was, it's how you felt it was, but the reality was quite different."
Mhm.
Your
So,
perception too.
yeah,
Other
Yeah.
people, yeah, perception. It's interesting because you go through situations with people, and then you talk to different people. They go through the same situation. Everybody has a different view. Sometimes it's like so, and that's how you can't really. I mean, if it's generally that's how that's at, and not trying to manipulate you. It's crazy to see how people see things so differently because of their perception and the way they're brought up and the way they think about things. It is like sometimes I look at them like, why would you even think that? That makes no sense. That's so dumb, but that's how
it's
perceived it. So they can't really help that, the way that you can't really help how you perceive things. So
And lately, I've been getting a lot of reels about dyslexia or autism or ADHD, which basically is a different way of thinking.
Mhm.
And with you have one of these things, and majority of people nowadays have something or on the spectrum in some way or shape or form, and you're brought up traditionally, it might be that you think very differently from other people because, well, for instance, I didn't know I was dyslexic growing up, and people would say go left and I'd go right, and they'd yell at me, and I'd get confused until I learned that I don't write with this hand, so this is my right hand. Then I learned how to mask it.
Mhm.
But if you don't know, you can't mask something you don't know. You just think you're wrong. Absolutely not wrong. Okay, so anyhow, take your time, think about it. Okay, let's go on.
All right. Say as, yeah, that person. How do you help me, Elijah?
I think it's San.
Stay on, say, okay. Hey, all, happy to be here. Sorry I butchered your name. The 5th of November will be announced the 16th finalist of the 929 challenge. Will I be one of them? Thank you.
Who's got an answer?
I got a yes.
Yeah, I did too. What did
I
you?
got a yes, and the yes is the 5th of November is our full moon, and this is when the moon is growing and growing and growing, and that full moon is like a wish fulfilled. So hold the vision.
What else is happening on the 5th, though? It's not just, there's something else happening on the 5th. I can't remember it right now. Up here in Canada, it might be just in Canada.
Well, there's something happening. I know there's elections the Tuesday before of some of the state elections down here. I know in England it's Guy Fawkes Day, and
The 5th is a big day, energetically a big day.
I feel like the 5th has the moon, which rules emotions, aligned, if not conjunct or sextile. There's some kind of angle going with Mars, and Mars is going to be, oh, the moon is going to be in Aries. That's what it is. The moon is going to be in Aries, and Mars, the god of war, rules Aries. And so astrologically, we're supposed to, like all this week, you just want to watch your tongue. All this week.
oh, I don't know if I'm oh, maybe I shouldn't go to work tomorrow. Um just saying.
AI, the pressure pocket leading to the 5th, like reality holding its breath on the day itself. The feeling is something released, energy drops into a new position, mental fog clears abruptly, truth stands without fighting. Okay, sorry, Maria, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Um so I get a big yes, but also I have I feel like the way you're viewing it at the moment, it's they're asking you to see it in a different perspective or a different way. I don't know why, and I don't know how that's gonna resonate with you. I get a big yes, but I don't know if you're overthinking, over obsessing over it, or which I'm getting is more than that. So the way you're viewing it, I don't know if you're viewing it like, hey, I did it. I don't have really a lot of chance to, win, but if I do, it's gonna be great. So maybe it's like the one way I see it is like maybe you need to view it as be more neutral towards it. I think like don't think the best and don't think the worst. Like you can be confident or not overconfident, but they don't be too harsh on yourself. Like it's not going to happen. So that's what I got. But I get a big yes. But I got that too. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I got.
All right. B says, Dear Maria, that resonates as well. Thank you very much, ladies. And
Mhm.
Yasmin says, thank you.
And the next one, I have I don't know how to pronounce it either, so just do JS.
JS, hello. Hey, this one is exclusively for Linda. What to expect for November?
Do you know this lady?
JS?
It's JS Theon
Theo? Yeah,
dash
that's not the, yeah. That's not the, oh,
Y1W.
I do not.
Mhm.
So is she asking like for herself for November?
Apparently, she says what to expect for November.
Yeah, it's sort of wide open.
Mm-hmm. I get that she is going to be kind of, it's almost like there's a little bit of a blank slate. Um, there's going to be some strong energies that you can navigate, but I mean, other people around you, try not to get pulled in and look for something. I feel like this moon cycle, this super moon, is going to kind of really push you come November 5th. You might be decluttering, maybe physically, maybe like some friends or coworkers or something that you normally get along with. You're kind of questioning that. But I feel like by the end of the month, sorry, I don't mean to giggle. By the end of the month, you're going to be like, phew, I got through that. And so you will get through it, but I feel like it's not going to be as much of a roller coaster as there's going to be a lot of drama around you. And you're fine, but I also get the sense that you might be like an empathic person. So, Spirit wants you to do what you do that grounds you, whether you're dropping into your breath, whether you stand outside barefoot, whether I love a big handful of salt in the bath. Um, but yeah, drama is going to be all around you, but you're going to be okay. And, if you want to, you do have this opportunity to kind of plant a seed, make some room, and something will blossom, come get rolling towards the first part in December.
So let's go on to Lily.
All right, Lily, may I ask what's in the energy for me during November? Any kind. Thanks a lot. That's good, Lily. I like that. Any kind.
So November is going to be what's the word? It's going to be tough. And
For
and it's
Christ.
going to get tougher as we end 2025 into the middle of January. And why? Because we are releasing that which no longer serves. And a lot of us don't realize it. And we try to hang on with both hands, thinking, if I let go of this, I don't know what's coming next. So whatever you do, just look at it and release it. And I do think there is some energetic light around your work, and it's not, this one is actually, it's like the energy goes along and up and over the work. So it's a bright spot in your work, which also has your guy in there with him. So things might be a little disruptive for you. Just put on your hat, hold it down tight, and ignore as much of it as possible and say, I no longer need you. And I do believe it will bring you closer to your guy rather than farther away. What do you get, Maria?
so what I got is, so I got your spirit guides. I'm trying to tell you to, so I don't know if you're going through major life changes right now, but you feel like you can't go through them, or it's a little dramatic, but survive them, but they said you'll be fine. Uh, it's just you need to let go of whatever is making you feeling overwhelmed, because the actual changes are not overwhelming. It's the way you feel about them that's make them more overwhelming than they are, because you connected them to like past situations that have nothing to do with it. Um, and it has to do with your relationships. So I don't know if whatever is the changes you're afraid that something's not gonna go right. You're afraid that if they do go right, something's gonna go wrong eventually afterwards. Try to let go of all that stuff because it doesn't serve you. And also too, I get uh takenness that if you don't like something or something is going on, use your voice, speak up. You don't ever come off as rude or unkind. So just stop worrying about that. That if you speak your mind, you're gonna be pushing people away, or you're gonna be come as harsh, or you know how to deal without just speak your truth and not worried about what other people perceive. Because I don't see you being like that. Just being unkind or rude, or and just because you speak your mind doesn't mean that you're unkind or rude. Just because somebody won't like it. So I'm getting that. The big thing is take action and be the leader in your actions, and you like when you do, and then when you do speak up, don't back out, because I feel like you're back down, because I feel like, oh yeah, you know what, maybe you're right, maybe I should just stand your ground. So that's the big messages I'm getting. Yeah, November.
Linda, or did I ask you already, Linda?
You didn't.
Okay.
No, I mean, I could definitely pick up on the good stress, and I do think that is pretty universal. I know starting October 27th all the way through to December 9th, I think, or maybe December 7th, somewhere or in the first part of December, Scorpio is in Mars. And so, then it comes in it and it kind of, um, skirts Pluto. And so, I mean, we can kind of feel like we're saying things a little harsh or trying to be too harsh or whatever. But, and I personally feel like a lot of these, the solar flashes and things that the sun is going through, it really has a strong, when we have what a flu season is, the cold weather puts our body in a little physical detox. Well, when the sun has that going on and the energies wave over us with our radiation, it kind of forces us into a spiritual detox. And so then all of a sudden there's childhood wounds and things like that. So I feel like it is very similar to the last one, that good stress is stress, but it's good, and you're going to be okay in the end. And it is kind of a time to say what you need to say and follow your intuition and try not to question your intuition. I feel like this is going to be universe's chance to let you trust yourself.
All right. So then we have okay.
I don't, would just go allow
Yeah,
Susan.
good afternoon.
Yeah,
Hi. Okay, we have M1ZZT. Hi, someone keeps knocking on my door late at night and I don't want to answer the door. Who is it that keeps doing it?
well, first of all, the first thing I got was get another I don't chain or something to make sure that because it feels at this level it still feels mischievous,
Mhm.
and I don't think it's a nice mischievous. It could escalate, so find a way to bar the door, put a chair under it or something, I don't know, under the doorknob, but do not open it. Do not ask. Do not open up to it at all. What do you get, Linda?
Um, I get that somebody thinks that they're being funny, but I don't think this person is in the right state. They either have some kind of psychological something or they're under some kind of influence of a drug or a drink or something like that. So, yeah. And you might want to start taking notes if you need to make a complaint to, the police or something like that. But I get that whoever's doing it, they think they're being funny, but they're not in their right mind. So be very careful.
And the notes is a really good thing with you can have dates and times. The police will pay more attention.
Yes.
Okay, Maria?
Okay, so heavy energy. So what I got, it's somebody from your past that you have kind of communication with or connection with.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, even though I'm not getting they have intentions to do any harm, I feel like if you do open the door and emotion gets high, that it's not gonna turn out well. So what I'm getting is you need to file a complaint right now so you can have uh more evidence as it's going. I think even though you don't know who it is, I feel like if you make a complaint, even if they just because I don't know how it works, but if you make a complaint, I don't know if the cop car can go by around the time that you think, and maybe if they just even see, they'll stop doing it. Uh, but yeah, so I'm getting.
Can I just say one thing? Maybe turn your audio on your phone when this person is knocking, if you do this report, just so you have that audio evidence with a time code that shows, consecutive knocking on your door. Also, besides documenting it, get it on audio, put a tape on your phone, just anything you can.
Because you can actually probably put a camera up top.
Yeah.
They're so tiny nowadays.
Yeah.
That might be, and they're not really expensive anymore, I don't believe.
No, you can get one on
Even
Amazon, a teeny tiny one like this big, and it just sticks for like $19.
It,
or even like if you have like an old phone, if you don't have time to do that, like use your phone if
I
you by the window to record.
know.
Yeah, all
And I don't
phones
know where
record
she's
too.
at, but I know here locally, and I've used it once or twice in the past. You can kind of I can go to my local police department and say, for 90 days, I can kind of sign up and they'll do random drive-bys and I let them know this
Mhm.
is my address, this is the license plate of my car, this is the only one that should be here. And they check on me and they'll drive by. And then if I need another 90 days, I can do that. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of common if you go, as part of the complaint, you could have them, keep a check out for you.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't remember what it's called, but that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
so basically be proactive because this,
Yeah.
as we said, feels mischievous, but it doesn't feel like it would stay there. Also, on the spiritual level, maybe do a cleanse on your door, put salt on there. This is just spiritual. This is not physical. Do a salt, put a thin layer of salt there because it does feel like there's whoever it is because the negative entities will get hold of somebody who drinks or does other things or is off balance, and they will talk in their ear and create scenarios like this.
Mhm.
Okay, so just be proactive. Whatever you do, be proactive. Okay, let's go on.
Okay, Jennifer. My daughter Sydney's cat Mustache developed a blood clot that's affected the use of his back legs. She's going to have to let him go since his health is not getting better. What's he feeling about it?
He's fine. Animals have a different viewpoint about death than we do because they are more of a collective energy. They will fight going to death, obviously, because that's part of the physical body. But in general, he's fine. He's done what he's come to do for you spiritually. He's helped you, he loves you, and you've loved him. And any form of love is never, ever wasted. But at the same time, he's ready to go because he hurts. And animals in pain, it's sad. It's just sad for them. What do you get, Maria?
Yeah, I mean, so what I'm getting is he feels so much for her, but I'm getting like he'll be okay when she's okay. And I know she's not gonna be, but I'm saying like, what am I picking up? Like he's okay with the decision. He's good with the decision. He doesn't hold on. He's only way pets hold on is because they hold on to because the owners hold on, right? So if she made the decision and of course, we're never going to be okay with this. I'm not saying I'm okay with it, but made the decision and she knows or feels this is the best thing, he's okay with that. So, and it'll be easier transition to, I'm sorry, that's so sad. Yeah.
Especially when you love them as deeply as that family does.
Yeah.
Linda?
I get that he's already in his mind. He knows that he needs to kind of drop the body, but he is already planning and has the mindset of being with her in spirit and may even try to come back as another pet. So I mean, I feel like in his mind, it's almost like I've got to go home to regroup. And like he does not feel like he's abandoning her, and he's already kind of having the mindset that from across the veil, he's still going to be with her. I still have experiences with my dog that I literally hear my couch bump and I feel it jerk as if the dog is under there. And I feel physical movement, and I know Maisie's, with me. And so he's kind of in that mindset that I'm still going to be watching over her and I'm not going to leave her alone. I'm going to release the body for now.
And that's going to happen a lot more as we become closer to the fifth dimension.
Mm-hmm.
The animals that passed over are more with us than we thought than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. So lapse. What does Jay want with me? He's an ex who came back, but he has a girlfriend.
The first thing I got was he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too.
I got morbid curiosity. It's like a control factor. It's a little bit of the I can't have her, but I don't want anybody else to have her, even though I've got somebody of my own.
And he tells himself that his girlfriend is just not enough.
Yep.
Red flag.
Yeah, sorry. I got that he left the 80 to go to the 20 and now he's realizing that. Too late. So sorry, too bad.
Yeah.
Green is not the grass is not greener on the other side, so
Yeah.
eh.
I got blocks.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs from the I think 70s, late 60s, 70s. 50 Ways to Leave My Lover.
Yeah.
So just read that song and push him out the door. Okay.
All right. So Maria, hi. Can have a message. My health. I had a health procedure, found two things on my stomach. I would like to know how long it will take to get well. Thank you to all. Blessings.
The very first thing is do not go into fear. Fear will make the illness much, much worse. And yes, you can heal from this. It doesn't matter if your family's had this before or not. You yourself can get over it. And honestly, I know you don't want to put it out in on the net, but if you could tell us a little bit more, Linda could probably tell you what kind of herbs and things will be most beneficial. Okay, Maria, what do you get?
So I get yes, you'll be okay. But you make sense now of what you said, but you're focusing on the foundation of it or where it's coming from and if it's genetic or if it's, runs in your family. You're focusing too much, which it's good to know, to proceed with like treating, but it's to a point where it's like you're thinking of it like, okay, if that's what happened, that means it's gonna happen to me. You need to stop thinking that because you're creating more conflict and more obstacles for you to in your treatment because of the way you think about it and the way you're going about it, right? Which I understand, when it's okay to feel those, just let them go. Don't dwell on those feelings. Also too, I see that you're gonna go through a big breakthrough and you're gonna be aware of some things that is gonna happen. It's gonna be different with you than the other people in the past or from a family. So I see it going really well. As long as you know, remain stable and understand, like not being naive, you understand what's going on, you understand that it was, runs in family, you understand how you're gonna treat it, but be stable and don't be all over the place with it. That's what I'm getting. So what I got.
Linda?
I am getting that whatever is manifesting energetically is like she's having the opportunity to break a generational curse. I do feel a strong tie with the solar plexus chakra. Get some little gemstones, some yellow jasper, some citrine, put some yellow on you somewhere. And the solar plexus is about standing our ground, being firm in our self-esteem, making a decision and, not letting people sway what you decide about you. And I feel like the right mindset and everything like that, I'm getting 6 months. Should be, if not completely healed, almost, very close. But to have that kind of mindset. So where are we at? November. Just plan on, come April, you're going to be doing great and kind of hold that thought.
In March of next year will be a whole, not completely new, but on the uplift.
Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah. Like the 20th, 21st, there's big stuff happening.
And then for 2027, we'll have even more of a positive energy coming out. So hang in there. We're getting there. We just died first.
Right.
Christ. What a
Okay.
donkey ride. Anyway, okay, Misty. Good afternoon, ladies. Hope all is well. I had a hard week and would like to know if there's any messages for me. Thank you in advance. It was a shitty week last week. I agree with you, Misty.
It
It
so
was a weird week, I thought.
it was tough. It's tough for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that didn't have a tough week.
Yeah.
But it's how you deal with it. It's how you accept it or go, oh, that hurt. Oh, let's move on. And there's a lot of positive and just going, oh yeah, that sucked big time. And just say, I no longer need this energy. Please leave. And that is a huge tool that more people should use. Okay, so physical layer is nervous system soothing, breathing grounding lower in the body, which most spiritual people ground up, but they forget the lower body. Don't forget the lower body. Slight fatigue or heaviness early in the week lifts. A pull of worth, comfort, and gentle nourishment is coming. Okay, so short-term memory here. Did I ask you already, Linda?
You did not.
Okay, good.
No, that's okay. Um, Misty, your spirit guides want you to know you've made it through the hard part. They are proud of you. That's the main message. They want you to know that you're over the hump and that they are with you and they are guiding you and that you did very well going through whatever kind of test was personal for you and that they are always there for you. So you can ask, but that they want you to know that you're over the majority of it and you did great.
Maria?
Okay, so what I'm getting is it was kind of like, I don't want to call it a test, but it was kind of like to see if you are still moving forward and you're not. In a way, I think it was to show how far you've become, how different you are now, and how different the situation is, and how you handled it differently. Because you actually have grown and learned, and it's not from like, which you have every right if you're like hurt from somebody or upset or somebody did you wrong to. It's not out of vengeance. I don't if I'm getting that correct, you know. Um, so you're moving forward. And it's not like you played games in the past, but you thought of more of the petty things, if that makes sense, like we all do when we go through stuff when we're hurt and our feelings are get in the way of acting. Not that we're acting wrong or that we have, the right to act that way, but it was more mature, if that makes sense. More of you standing your power, be sharp and assertive and um, so, and also helped you let go of whatever else hesitations you had about the situation, whatever that why you had the hard week. Um, so yeah, and it's like kind of to see that you restored your power and your light, your flame. That's what I'm getting. So that's actually pretty good. I mean, I'm sorry, it sucks that you went through a hard time, but actually I see it as a really good step, to moving forward. So yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Jennifer, thank you, ladies, for the great advice. Sydney is a Gemini sun, and once Uranus goes into her sign, she started having lots of negative surprises. Uranus is going back into my Taurus sun, so hopefully she will get some relief.
What do you get, Linda? This is your thing.
Yeah. Um, yeah, Uranus is doing a lot right now. And when planets, it is one of those really long cycles, but planets kind of go back and forth. I do know that this week, and remember that Mercury is also tied to Gemini, being the planet of communication. And I know that I think there's going to be something going on to where there's one day, maybe this week, that Uranus is either square or square Mars, maybe conjunct Mercury, something like that. Mars and Uranus, there's one day that we're literally under earthquake watch. Be aware, focus on being resilient and know that you can handle whatever comes your way because I'm sorry, Uranus is the planet of surprises and the energy is kind of, we're coming up at a crescendo. November is a crescendo month. It's not the peak month, but it's up there. The orchestra is getting loud and That's what I'm getting. You may get one or two kind of surprises where people are going to say something and you're going to be like, are you listening to yourself? Did you just say that to me? Try not to react and just focus on you. But yeah, I don't get that it's going to be anything major. It's just maybe a little bit of kind of a little bit of a gut punch, like a cold bucket of water energetically, that you're like, I could have gone all day without hearing that. But your work is going to be fine. Your main relationships are going to be fine. I don't see any kind of major life altering tower moment. I just get like there may be one or two kind of little oof moments.
And just think, you're going to have Thanksgiving down in the States in November. Have fun, ladies.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I am working that day. It's just going to be business as usual.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm not working, but I'm going to my friend's house, so I'm just gonna get drunk, I think. That's it.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna be off.
That
My
sounds good.
my thing of drunk is like 2, 3 drinks, so if that. But I'm not gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna be off for a week from school, so watch me do homework the whole time, so I can be catch up. But I say all this stuff, but I never do it, so it's okay.
Yeah, you will be doing homework until your nose is is blue.
Yes, yes,
She will
unfortunately.
be doing homework through May of 2026, and then she's done.
Yes.
And then she'll be a nurse.
There should be a nurse.
Yeah.
We
All
don't-
right.
Okay, the next one's a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with Ash. Sorry, Ash. Greetings and love. Really needed to connect with you ladies today. Had my physical. Doctor wants to do a lymphoma screening, still on oxygen, etc. Will they find what they're looking for? Thank you.
Okay, so
Mhm.
this cancer is suppressed emotions. It doesn't matter what kind of emotions, good, bad, or ugly, it's suppressed. Look for what you're suppressing before you get the results back, and you should be fine. If you need extra help, then seek extra help to find the suppressed emotions. You're a highly spiritual woman. This is a spiritual exercise. And right now I can feel the fear in you. Do not have fear. If there's fear, change it to excitement. But it's just a test. And if you're afraid you can't pass it, you wouldn't have the test if you could not pass it. That's how they do things, okay? You can do this. You're highly evolved. You do not have to fall into the third dimensional thinking. You need to evolve to the higher physical. And as Linda says, talk to your body, talk to your cells. Okay, Linda.
Absolutely. Cancer is disruptive water in your cells. Everywhere I've lived on the planet, there has always been a swamp. I had a previous life. And so anybody that has lived in or even visited a swamp knows that when water does not flow appropriately, funky stuff grows there. And so that is what this stuck emotion is. Remember, the water in your cells are your chalkboards. You can scribble over them or you can draw beautiful pictures. And so that is your opportunity to talk to yourselves. I also like to find a visualization to do. And when water is flowing through your body, that is delivering the oxygen. And so breathe in, especially if you can get near a plant, near a tree. All our plant life exhales oxygen and they need to breathe your carbon dioxide. And so put the imagination to work and breathe in clean, healthy air and picture yourself literally exhaling any possibility of the cancer, exhaling any negative emotion. I go into full dragon mode and I like exhale all kinds of black gray stuff. But it really does make a physiological difference to the body. Doctors like Dr. David Hawkins, who was both a psychiatrist and a neurologist, have proven things like this over and over again. You can do it.
Absolutely. Maria?
Okay, so what I'm getting is, it is sadness and emotional pain, right? Also, too, is part of you where you think you're holding on to stuff where you think that you treated people well, so they shouldn't have treated you that badly. Like you're waiting for, it doesn't have to be a particular person, people in general in your life, that they owe you a debt or something, an apology. And it feels like you have worked through it, but like scratch the surface and you're like, you know what? I deal with it, I worked with it, I'm fine. And it's you're still holding on to stuff, you know? Um you're coming up as a high priestess, so you're very intuitive. So you already know this. So you just need to try to work with whatever you're holding on in the way it's okay to feel whatever it is, you know, the sadness, the grief, the feel like you were people treated you wrong. As long as you let it go, don't hold on to it like the way you have. Because I feel like you have, how do I say this? Your emotions are so strong. You when you care about someone, you care about them or anything. You're all or nothing. I'm the same way. So which it could be a good thing, but also a bad thing when it comes to negative emotions, right? So I'm getting it also I'm getting like it's like the early stages of whatever's going on. So you'll be okay. Just as long as you work through everything that you're holding on to. So which has to do with suppressing emotional pain and sadness and difficulties that you have through your past relationships. That could be any type of relationship, not just romantic. That's what I got.
So I have a friend, about 3 years ago, she was given 3 months to live. And she's still alive because she worked through the stuff that's holding her down. And she also goes and looks for the positive. She likes to laugh. She likes humor. Laughter is a really good medicine. No fear. Fear will kill you. Okay, let's go on.
Okay, summon. My rabbit passed away some time back, and I'm struggling with job financially. Is there any relief for me in this life?
Oh, that's so a lot of the things we just said to Aria, you can if you're there, and listen to it, pay attention because okay, this is the hard part. You are self-sabotaging by feeling so bad about life and not finding ways to enjoy it. Yes, you can have a good life. And the rabbit loves you, alive or dead. But yes, you can move forward beyond this. If you can find a way to pull up the depression and release the depression, that will make a huge difference. Linda, what is kind of herbs and things she can eat she can get over the counter that will help lighten her energy. Because sometimes we need help. You can't hear you, Linda.
I was just thinking to myself, yes, sometimes we really do need help. Um, there are, you kind of look at where you're at. If you're having kind of anxiety and your body will trigger depression to pull yourself down, you can always do chamomile or lavender. One of my really favorite is if you can get some bergamot essential oil. Bergamot is actually a flower from a specific type of orange. And bergamot works similar to lavender, whereas lavender helps with anxiety and depression. Bergamot helps with despondency and panic. So it works the same way, but a little bit further out. Any of your citrus essential oils. And remember, you can take some of the things and rub it on the bottom of your feet, or if your skin is sensitive, you can put, if you do not have any kind of prescriptions, then you can use grapefruit. If you do have prescriptions, get any type of orange, bergamot, neroli, a sweet orange, and put it on your clothing. Or you can, they do make little chains that hold the cotton ball. St. John's wort is good for kind of the long term, but the citrus flowers are very good. I also like herbs like hops and magnolia bark are very good for uplifting and kind of bringing our psyche into physiological homeostasis to help us cope with things like that.
And do
And
you think she can come out of this easily?
um I would commit to a practice for 28 days and give yourself like 4 weeks of taking care of yourself the way you're going to take care of a baby. Be sure you do not skip meals. Put yourself to bed and try your best to get 7 to 8 hours sleep. Get your basic core needs taken care of. Try not to take on any huge, big household projects. Just do bare minimum cleaning and maintaining things, and give yourself 28 days of kind of going through this kind of thing. This is also, it is very much, and I know this has been one of my things that this last week is I can time CMEs, these coronal mass eruptions or ejections from the sun. And within 48 to 72 hours, my psyche has me pulled completely out in left field. And so I have to talk myself out of, and that is where grounding, salt baths, things like that. And remember those, we're being bombarded with radiation. And one of the best things for radiation is apple pectin. Eat an apple a day, eat some applesauce, whatever little bit of apple that you can afford. But yeah, take care of yourself like a baby. You've got bergamot, lavender, any kind of orange stuff. Fruits are very healing. They really are very healing.
And the Schumann resonance is really heavy.
Really high, eat an apple a day, or at least have some organic, no sugar added applesauce.
What do you get, Maria?
Okay, so what I got, the main thing is you're, which everybody's going through a hard time right now. It's not, doesn't minimize the way you feel and all the hardships that you're going through, but you're at a point where whatever is offered to you, you're like, I don't really care, it's not gonna be good anyways, so why even try, or why even take that? It's like you're not satisfied with anything in life right now. And so also the thing is, like, I don't know why I feel like I need to say this. Life doesn't have to be crazy and always, like, it doesn't have to be horrible, bad, but even if you have a good life, you still have stuff that you have to go through. this life. You just go through things, you know what I mean? And it's mostly because you're learning and evolving. And I feel like a lot of people think like for life has to be perfect or it's gonna be perfect. Otherwise something's wrong with them and they're not gonna have a happy life. It's like I saw this thing the other day where it's like it's always going to be ups and downs. So when it's up, enjoy it, and when it's down, know that the ups are coming again. You know what I mean? Like the happiness is coming, which is not the joy, because you don't want to chase happiness, because happiness comes and goes. So like find the joy in little things, because you're in a place right now where you're just pretty much fighting with yourself. You're so defensive and you fight with yourself, and yeah, I feel like try to find the joy in little things to try to get out of the stagnation you're in right now. Which I mean, everybody goes through that sometimes. I've been there. Everybody has go through this. It's just try to find the little, like even the smallest thing, something that makes you happy. Like just add to it, if that makes sense. So
And
like
there's one more
Sorry.
thing. You're very likely an empath that's untrained, which means not only do you have your own crap, you have
Mhm.
everybody else's crap around you. So when it comes in, the first thing you do is this mine. If your body says no, shove it out, push it away. If it says yes, then that's yours. But most people do not know how to deal with being an empath. And I have a theory that a lot of people who are on drugs, a lot of people who do drink alcohol up to extremes are killing the vibe because they don't know how to deal with the empath. Okay, so just realize that's another thing you have, which is a positive. It's not negative. As soon as you learn how to use it, realize it. Somebody was going to say add on. Was that you, Maria?
No.
No. Linda? Okay, I swear I heard somebody agree.
I mean, I
That was
did, but I
Jesse.
said
That's
yes.
Jesse. That's Jesse barking.
Oh,
Oh,
She's sitting
she
right
said
here
that's
looking
right.
at me going, what are you all doing? What are you talking about? And then she barked. She
That's
went,
right.
okay. Let's go on. I think we might have to cut it off today because it's going to go longer than I think we can handle. Okay, let's go on.
okay, Jennifer, I'm not looking forward to Uranus. It brought my negative things. It brought many negative things the last 6 years. I would love some happy surprises instead. We'll see if Uranus will bring some good surprises soon instead.
I'd look forward to the positive. Just say that's all you tell the universe. That's all I want is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Command it. Uranus is kind of the equivalent of the tower card in tarot, and the tower does not mean, sudden death. It means surprise.
And
There's
they
such things as good stress.
yeah, it can be good. Okay, let's go on.
All right. I'm a purple girl. Hey, ladies, it's Stephanie. November 19th is my 45th birthday. What do I have in store for this month?
Should we start with Maria or do you want me to start with Linda?
Go to Maria.
Me?
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Maria knows Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what I got, I think this is the theme of the day for a lot of people. Taking control, as much as you can, taking control, control is always just, but take control of your actions and just don't be like I said, a standstill. Make a decision and stick with it. That's what I'm getting. Also to dreams come true, which I like that, but also to focus on your solar plexus and your third eye. So I don't know if you need to cleanse that or what's going on, but you need to focus on that. Um, there's a lot of things from the past that's coming up, and that you don't have to revisit everything. Some of the things you just need to look at what happened, why it happened, and then let it go. You don't have to revisit or restart it or obsess over it. That's what I'm getting. Some things are meant to stay where they are. But I see a lot of exciting things coming forward. So yeah, that's good. Got the Empress and the Lovers. So you have a choice when it comes to love interests, and you know which one you need to make. So make the one that's not toxic. Toxic is more exciting, but which I've been there before. I'm not judging, but just because it's not toxic doesn't mean it's not exciting. So pick the one that's not toxic, girlfriend. But I see I see good things coming. So just a lot of things are coming up, and I feel like it's everybody right now, the energy, it's coming up with so you can let it go. And it's kind of hard sometimes to like, okay, I think that way too. I'm like, this is coming up. Do I need to revisit it so I can dig into more to see what it is and I can work through it? But or do I just need to view and be like, okay, I already did this, I'm good. Next, And it's not people, it's not just people, it's just situations that you're just dealing with same situations, but different people, if that makes sense. And so I already did this. I know how this ends. I don't have to do it again. Which I know you're like, let me try one more. I did that too. So I'm like, let me see. Let me go find out myself.
Yeah, trauma drama is exciting, isn't it?
Don't do it. Don't do it. And if I call you and tell me not to do it either. Okay, got it.
Linda?
Okay, so the 45th birthday, that immediately adds to a 9, and of course your birthday is in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. When we have our there's a thing called destiny cards that kind of predates both numerology and tarot, and it shows our year in 52-day phases. So I'm getting the message that the first 52 days after your birthday, which is your Mercury period, Spirit wants you to do two things. Mainly try to weed out and declutter physically and or energetically, whatever you feel drawn to do, things that no longer serve you. And number two, I don't know if you remember the movie Runaway Bride, and they finally asked her, how do you like your eggs? They want you to kind of identify and kind of reconnect with who you are, what are your values, because very soon, couple 3 months afterwards, you'll likely be meeting somebody that could be a very stable, long-term, not boring, but like a good full package friend and lover kind of relationship. And I get that this is going to be a really good year for you overall, but they're saying don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen like before the end of November. Know that there's a little bit of prep time, and this is your time to kind of get everything together, because when things start happening, it's going to be boom, 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 boom.
So cola siesta. I'm going to get Bonita to answer this one because that's along her area of expertise.
Oh my. All right, here we go. I hired a writer to help me out with a literature project. Her name is Ariana. Will she do a great work? Will she do a great job? I think that you'll probably be able to know that better than anyone. You probably already know what you're after and what that feels like and what it looks like. So I would just kind of work closely with her and make sure that she's on the same page and that you guys are generating that great project that you're looking to achieve. But I would definitely stay in the mix and make sure that, you guys are meeting frequently and you're being very clear on what it is, what your end goal is, what you're looking for, how you're trying to tell that story. And I think you'll be fine.
So, you get anything, Linda? Thank you, Bonita.
You're welcome.
This is good
Yes,
thing.
I get that Ariana is very eager to please, that she genuinely has a good work ethic, and that she's an honest person. And any kind of feedback that you can share with her will help her, because she has a good integrity to her.
Mm-hmm.
What, you got the same thing, Maria?
Yeah, so I got like she's hardworking and just make sure you clear what you want, and
Yeah,
need from the project, because I feel like if you're not clear, it might be kind of overwhelming for her. Try to do things that you might not need, and it's just wasting energy and stuff. And she's not doing it out of like not being a good worker, just so to make sure that she's doing a good job. So the more clear you are, and the more at first, the more involved you are, the smoother that it's gonna the smoother things are gonna go. So that's what I got.
definitely.
Right.
Thank
So
you.
All right. M1 ZZT says thank you. Firebird Paradise. Scorpio loyal literally peed me off trying to prove to Miss W we're not talking by asking what I've been up to in front of her. I played along, then called him out quietly.
Go down to the next one.
Okay, what were his thoughts when I expressed my displeasure of his behavior toward me? Oh, hello, by the way, hope you're all well.
I think he's metaphorically stepped back on his heels, was a little bit shocked that you pulled him out. And I think he actually enjoyed it. He liked the interaction, even though it shocked him and he wasn't expecting it, and it was kind of a surprise.
yeah,
He remembered why he liked you.
fit his ego. I think he did it on purpose to get a reaction out of you, and he got what he wanted, girl. I'm sorry. You should never reacted like that, because I got the Ace of Wands, which is like he fed his ego. He's like physical aspect, So
Mhm.
I mean, which unless it was disrespectful, which I don't. I mean, he asked you how you're doing, so he wasn't being disrespectful. He was just trying to get a reaction out of you. He got what he wanted. So he also too he did it to see how you can react, but he didn't actually think you're gonna react that way, so he was surprised that you did, and he actually felt good about it. So
That's really
sorry.
good. He did feel good about it.
He did very good about it. I was sorry.
What about you, Linda? What did you get?
Upset head.
Yeah, very much the same thing. He was shocked with, and for a little bit kind of embarrassed, with egg on his face, but at the end of the day, he knows that negative attention is better than no attention, and he's, take what he can get at this point.
I really would tell him he's a bit of a slime ball and you're leaving.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on there.
They're really,
Mhm.
but one of the things that may be happening with you, Firebird, is that you're growing, he's not.
Yeah.
And so you don't actually fit anymore. You
Yep.
used to fit, was great. And don't ever stop wearing those boots. But it might be you've outgrown him. And
All right.
because that happens.
At least for now, yeah.
Yeah.
So don't hold your breath though, 'cause
Yeah. So
instead of seeing like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't have done this, he's like, ooh, that felt good. Maybe I should do it again. That's not learning. So sorry.
it's fun.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go back to Lily.
Lily. So I will try to make November sweet by handling it gently. Thank you a lot.
Yes, good choice.
All right.
Okay.
Silly pants. Michael has a court appointment on November the 6th for the domestic violence that he did to me. Can I get an update on whether he'll be sentenced to jail that day?
Anybody want to take this one? So we've been following you, Silly Pants, for a while.
Hmm.
And the only thing I can honestly say is you reap what you sow. Okay, let's go on.
All right, Firebird. Just not impressed and wanted to put him in his place.
He deserved it.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go. All right. Hold on.
Keisha.
Hold on. How in the world did I just...
It's
Here we
so
go. Keisha. Sorry, Keisha. Hello, ladies. Will my mother reach out to me by no later than my birthday? My birthday is April 13th. My mother's name is Soledad.
again, it's still it comes
Yeah.
back to how much your mother has allowed herself to heal or not.
I'm getting no at the moment, but doesn't mean that it's not going to change because you're so far out. But I'm getting a no right now. All right.
Yeah, she will she has to heal first, and so far we haven't seen that happen. What do you get, Linda?
She may be able to feel her mother. I feel like her mother will be kind of thinking about that, toiling with it. Her anxiety may get the better of her, so her mother doesn't physically actually reach out, but her mother is always kind of thinking about her. But I feel like, especially as February and March, as her birthday starts approaching, she may feel her mother's energy a little bit more. So sometimes if we picture, imagine, if we send a person's higher self love and understanding, then sometimes that gives them courage to kind of reach out. But energetically, her mother will reach out even if she doesn't do it in person.
All right. Samantha. I've gained about 50 pounds. What's the easiest thing I can do to lose it? And is there anything spiritual I can do to also help lose the weight?
Well, first of all, realize you're a body in a soul, not a soul in a body, and you don't have to become bigger to hold the energy.
Yep.
Because the soul holds the energy for you. That's that's good spiritual advice. How do you lose it the easiest way? That really depends on who you are. I lost 100 pounds by doing intermittent fasting. And my fasting point was 48 hours. So 48 hours, I'd lose 5 pounds. I could lose up to carefully 10 pounds a month. But fasting may not be your thing. What do you say, Maria?
I got by walking away, so I don't know what if it's situations like spiritually or physically or emotionally that's contributing to you getting weight. But I got by walking away, and it could be not just physically but emotionally and spiritually through stuff that's not good for you anymore. um and physically I feel like you physically I get the Queen of Pentacles, which for me it is but feeding yourself the good stuff, if that makes sense. And it could be like it could be that you're not eating enough, right? Or you're not eating enough of the right stuff for you. Like I said, like Eliza said, that it could be intermittent fasting, and then when you do eat, figure out what works for you. Or it could be that you need to do something different. So you need to try a few different things. But I see you achieving it because I said that swords. But yeah, just nourishing your body and moving more. And it doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to go to the gym for like hours, but just make a you know, conscious effort to move a little more. So, and the biggest thing that came out was walking away. So probably walking away, let it go of things that's, not serving
We put
anymore.
on weight to protect ourselves.
Yes.
Mhm. So if you're somewhere where you don't feel safe and you need to walk away from it, you're gonna makes sense. You're gonna put away to protect yourself, right?
And also, I've seen a lot of ads lately for something called Tai Chi walking. I don't
Oh,
know.
I've done that.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. The little Japanese walk-in with the 3-minute cycles.
Yeah. So it might be worth looking into that.
Interesting.
What about you, Linda? What do you get?
Well, when I tuned into her energetically, the very first thing I got was that her body is trying to pad herself for some type of protection. And adding on to what Maria says of like possibly having to walk away from something that is not a, what a safe feeling situation is, I got that she needs to have courage. So whatever courage that is. Um, I do a different type of intermittent fasting, whereas I eat 3 meals a day and they're always 4 hours apart. So I don't snack between meals, but I never go more than like 14 or 16 hours without food. However, the food I eat, I help out a local ranch, and so I get eggs and some meat from them. I don't get a lot of meat from them, but I live alone and I eat 3 dozen eggs a week. And I have avocado and I, have that's what works for me. I very much follow a Mediterranean diet. But energetically, I'm tuning into not only practice courage, but I also visualize that because my body is within my soul, that I physically or imagine my soul is pushing my body in and protecting my body instead of the other way around, because I don't want my body to have the responsibility. Our aura and everything that we can see on camera goes beyond our body. And that's your true essence. That's your God-given talent and skills and strength and what makes you you. So know that you are powerful and you are courageous, and spirit will protect and guide and help you, and ask for help. Talk to your body, talk to spirit.
Yeah, and look for that which serves you best. Because
Yeah,
so many things out, so much information out
we're
there.
all different.
Okay, let's go on. So
All right. Manila. Every time I talk, I start coughing. I feel like I have bronchitis. Why do I have this? I'm planning on making a doctor's appointment for it, and hopefully it goes away for good. I've had this before.
So whenever I work with people and they start coughing, it's because the energy gets stuck in their throat because they're not talking, they're not saying the truth, your truth. And it's actually really good sign because it's telling your body's telling you, speak. You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be mean. You just say in the gentlest terms possible, this is how I feel. And when people get upset, you just say, okay, but that's how I felt. How do you feel? You don't, with what they're saying back to you is very vehement, you do not have to actually listen. You just appear to listen. If they're being honest with you, then you want to listen, okay? But I can almost guarantee energy's stuck in your throat because you're not speaking your truth. What do you get, Linda?
Um, I got that part of this is from a past life, and you spoke a truth and did not survive it one way or another. And so this is your level 2, try again. But remember that you can look back in the astrology the way it is now. They have searched back 5,000 years and they have not found the planets to line up exactly as they are now. So let your soul know that things are different this time. And that is the throat chakra. Herbally, you can do sage tea. You can do even just warm lemon water, but slippery elm tea is also really good. There's some teas called that have blends called there's a blend called Throat Coat, not Throat Care, but Throat Coat that helps really good. But I get energetically, this is your soul doing a do-over of saying it's not going to end bad this time. Um, and wear blue. Put a blue aquamarine necklace on or blue top or something like that, but kind
Or
of
even
talk
a
your body
scarf.
through it.
Yeah. What, Maria? And
Uh, the,
going to, we're going to shorten it because we're at 94 minutes and I can see we're all flagging.
yeah.
Blue.
That's the first thing I got was that you're not speaking your truth. Because I got the justice. You're not really saying what you want to say or what you meant to say. Um, not sugarcoating it, but also not really saying what you mean to say. And that's what's causing that. I got 4. You're going through a big extension also. Um, so speak your truth. Um, and don't be worried about the way somebody's gonna respond to it. Of course, listen and but you gotta, like I said before, you gotta have to think that the way they respond, if it's actually responding from trying to understand you, if they don't respond the way you want them to, or you feel like this, it's because the way they're perceiving you. So as long as they're open to discuss, and you can be open to discuss and figure stuff out, but don't dwell on it. Like if their perception is not, just let bygones be bygones, like try to smooth things out, but not everybody's gonna see things the way you do. So it doesn't mean that you shouldn't, speak up or stand up for yourself. So yeah, that's what I got. Yes. Yep.
Okay, we're going to jump through this because it's late, and so I may answer one and then jump forward. Okay, sorry, Sydney, but we do understand what's happening with Mustache. So Jessica Landers, do you see me getting a job next year? Yes, actually a good job.
Yep.
A Big Bird. Will Maria Escavez Diaz try to get in contact with me? What do you get, Maria? Quick.
Not at the moment. No, there's too much going on here.
Yeah,
Too much
that's right.
sadness,
Yeah.
and she's over stressing about it right now.
And Alina
Going back
said,
and forth.
we have a menstrual period since June 17th of this year. I know that because I had the implantation birth control implant inserted in my upper arm under the skin. Linda, will I ever get a period? When it wears off, yeah.
It's going to be like a year to 18 months after it's out.
Yeah.
There are some, you can try to do some herbs to kind of push it along, but you're it's almost you want to focus on detox herbs, not herbs to bring on a period, because you don't want to force the body to rush back into undoing it. So, I mean, literally just drink lemon water first thing in the morning, like half or a whole lemon, whatever your stomach can tolerate,
And
and
get
then
get
focus
the
on that.
thing out.
Yeah, it's not going to work until the thing's out, but that is normal, is like 12 to 18 months after it's removed, then the body starts to kind of normalize.
But that's what these things do. They stop your period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maria Herrera says infection in my stomach lining and antrum. Linda was right on the life before she told me they find 2 things. Thank you for appreciation. Do you have anything to add to that?
The the infection in the stomach lining.
Yeah, just a quick. I'm sorry, Bonita. I just
Yeah, that's okay. Find some slippery elm tea or slippery elm powder that you can mix with something, but slippery elm coats and soothes the mucous membranes.
Okay,
Also have them do testing for like Crohn's, or see if you have what is it called?
IBS.
Colitis. Yeah, well that's, yeah, both those are two types of IBS, yes.
Okay.
But Crohn's, which is autoimmune, or yeah, or it's up to do with your colon. So I would just have them look for those two.
okay, so Miriam Cervantes, hi, my dad is currently in the hospital. Did somebody do magic work on him? Doesn't matter what they did. If you feel they did, go clear his energy, clear the energy in his house, and just put him in an egg that would protect him from outside energies. Just go do that. Ashram of Aries says, I know it's another spiritual experience. I'm feeling more the pull to go home. Fear is family finances. Okay, so that's one of them. And I read ahead. So great sadness in their lifetimes. You don't need to hold on to it. They can become like a movie where you watch it but don't own it. And you're still living with Hugh. I don't, that one's a different question, but yes, I have you could say I have a broken heart. And I'm going to say something very mean. That's a choice. Why are you choosing that? You can heal it and release it. You don't need to keep the trauma drama going. You can release it. Anybody have anything else to pass on to that?
Mhm.
No,
Unfortunately.
just the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. So Jennifer says she loves your advice on astrology. Dee says, I love bergamot. And Susan Gamble says, hi, ladies. I'm jumping in kind of late, but would love to look at my unemployment case. Do you see me settling it soon in my favorite? She had to appeal it.
Yes, I get a 6. So within I'm sorry, 6 weeks should be done.
That's good because it's been a few years now.
Oh, wow.
What do you get, Linda?
Yeah, I got a yes too. And it might not be exactly the amount you're looking for, but it's going to be a good amount to kind of get you over the hump.
Okay, perfect. And Firebird says, I'm standing up for myself, but being my indirect manager didn't get him off the hook. She says, thanks for your insight. Before anybody else comes on, let's say goodbye. Thank you,
Bye.
buddy. It's been a long one. And
Yes.
102 minutes.
yeah, so I appreciate, wow, yeah, I appreciate